Dun, 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 dun. Up the Addicks. Dun, 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 dun. Up the Addicks.
Welcome to the Cherrywood Podcast. It's Simon here.
It's Rachel here.
Please like, share and subscribe.
Well, everyone, what a day we've had, eh, Rach?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I told you not to mess with the flag. Mess with the flag's going to fall down the whole podcast. Super Charlton FC. We've just got back from Wembley. My third Wembley win.
Second for me.
My third playoff win.
Oh, who did you see first?
Wearing the Super Club Mendonca top. What do you mean, what did I see first? Charlton Sunderland.
What, your ever first Wembley game?
Was it my ever first Wembley game? No, I'm sure I went to a friendly against Argentina. Yes, I went to a friendly England-Argentina. I'm just turning my phone off at the same time, yeah? So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the playoffs because Charlton have literally just gone back up into the championships, my Super Charlton FC. People that don't know, I was the mascot for Charlton for 10 years, and that was about 10 years ago. When they went to that stupid night and the Robin again, I won't say stupid Robin because we used to have a Robin mascot and I ain't got a problem with the Robin. I ain't really got a problem with the night. I just had a problem with, like everyone else, with the regime at that time. And it was good to bring Floyd and Harvey back, but I have not been the new Floyd.
Did you see him today?
No, I didn't see them there, actually.
They were on the floor.
Oh, you'd actually see them? Because I was wondering, did they let the mascots come in?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I regret. When we did that playoff and we lost, and I can't remember who we lost to, at the Valley on penalties. I can't remember who it was. I was Floyd that night. And if we'd gone to the Valley, I would have been the if we'd got through to the playoffs and Wembley, I'd have been the mascot of Wembley. And that's the only thing I missed out of on being the mascot of Wembley. I did the mascot Grand Nationals and everything, got beaten by a bloke dressed as a starfish.
Remember that?
A 10-foot starfish. Yeah, because we just started going out around then and I came back to you and you'd broken my glasses and you'd broken the window on my Beetle. So thanks for that. Anyway, Super Charlton. So what we're going to talk about today, what we're going to talk about is Charlton, a little bit of Charlton history. This is I think I've worked it out, this is their 6th Wembley appearance and their 4th win.
So they lost twice?
Yeah, they lost twice. Does anyone know what they lost? Do you want me to tell you? This is what they lost. They lost their first FA Cup game to Bolton, I think. Might have that wrong. They lost 3-1, I think, and then went back the next year and won the FA Cup, 1947. So I'm talking 1946, 1947. So nearly
47. 40.
47, yeah. So 80 years ago.
Oh.
Post-war. Yeah. So yeah, they did that.
You can say that about any game.
1947. And then they had to wait another 39 years. Because I think they went to Wembley in 86 for the League Cup final and they lost that. So that's lost one, won one, lost one, and then won 3. There you go.
I've only ever been to Charlton twice at Wembley.
At Wembley and...
Both times they've won.
Yes,
so maybe I'm their lucky mascot.
Yes, they did. Commiserations to Leyton Orient because I do feel sorry for them. It must be devastating to lose a playoff. Not that I would know.
You are.
Anyway. And as some of you watch this podcast, none of you watch this podcast, but as some of you watch this podcast, Ricky Groves is a friend of ours. Ricky Groves was Gary Hobbs in EastEnders, and he's been on my comedy. He's in my comedy called The Tab Theory, which you can find on Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's Amazon Prime.
The Tab Theory, Amazon Prime. Ricky Groves is in it. Comedy that we did. Got a few Charlton Easter eggs in it as well. So have a look. The Tab Theory. Drops a few C-bombs straight away as well. I'm assuming Charlton fans are going to probably watch this shite. So yeah, watch The Tab Theory. There's a few Charlton Easter eggs in there. All right. And Ricky Groves was on that. He's a Leyton Orient fan. So
Do you know that for real?
Yeah, I do know that for real. He's a Leyton Orient fan. He has to pretend to be a West Ham fan in EastEnders. But he's actually a Leyton Orient fan. And half of the people there were West Ham fans anyway. Apparently. Oh, dear.
But I must admit, we took over half the stadium And the Leyton Orient fans only had, what did you say, 25?
I'm going to sneeze.
Today's sponsors are
Right at Home Medway, providers of safe and trusted quality care for adults in the comfort of their own home. Whether you need companionship, medication assistance, personal care, living care or more, we've got you covered. Visit rightathome.co.uk/medway or call them on 01634 979 000.
De Medici Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on demediciassociates.com.
Are you looking for cleaning or facilities management? Clearwater Kent is your trusted local expert. From roofs and driveway cleaning to fully facilitated management, they're a fully licensed, award-winning business that you can count on. Visit clearwaterkent.co.uk or call 01634 681 885.
It's coming back. No, right. Yeah, they had
25,000?
No, it went up to 30-something thousand.
Oh, in the end?
Yeah.
But there was a big section at the top, basically opposite to us,
Just
where
empty.
it was empty.
And we could have filled that up.
Yeah, easily.
But they don't want us throwing stuff on top of them, I suppose. That's why they wouldn't let us go up back. We wouldn't throw it. We're sensible. And to be honest with you, we drove to Wembley.
Yep.
We used the Just Park app. I don't want to give you people tips like this because it was too good. I'm back already. And what's the time?
5?
Yeah, time's around 5. We've been back half hour as well. Mm-hmm. So we get the Just Park app and find the nearest parking. It cost us 38 quid. We live Rochester way, North Kent way. So that would have cost us well over 150 quid in train tickets.
Well,
and we'll still be on the train now.
Yeah, well, it would, you can drive to the O2 and get the one single tube line across, but it's literally doing the whole line.
That's right, yeah.
And then you have to walk down Wembley Way, then it's that in reverse.
Yeah.
Or you can get the train up, but for adults, you're looking at 20 quid plus. So that's already 40 quid. And then obviously the kids, everything like that as well. So, but
Exactly.
I think we've done that before as well, haven't we? Where we've driven up.
Yeah.
And getting out is a bit, not hectic. Getting out's a bit slow because everyone's trying to leave.
Yeah, but
you would expect
it wasn't
that.
over an hour and a half, was it?
No.
It was about an hour and a half, so that was good. So I just want to congratulate the boys. Hard fought 3 games, that was. Hard fought. Very hard. If I'm honest, I thought today was going to be 50-50, and it was literally... What is that? Is that yours?
Oh, sorry.
And why does that sound like a PC?
It's my emails.
Okay. Hard fought 3 games. Orient were in form, I thought.
Well, I don't know.
turned up. They turned
the
up.
first half was very much a Charlton game, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we had a lot of possession first half.
And then we
didn't do too much, but we had a lot of possession. And then the free kick was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then second half, Orient obviously got a bollocking in the changing room and tried to get back. But our defence held on, really, didn't
I think our goalkeeper was really good as well.
Yeah. So what I've got, just so you know, before anyone else turns off, I've got all my Charlton tops from 1987 onwards. Isn't that exciting? You pleased about that?
You're not getting everyone out, are you?
No. I'll get a few gems out, though. So I've got this, obviously this one.
So Simon made us. I'm going to say made us.
It's a retro day. A lot of people go in the old retro kits.
I did see a few retro kits. I saw some of the green and... Because they stand out, the green and the purple one.
Yeah. This is an 88, 89 kit.
So this is what Tilly wore, wasn't it?
I made my daughter wear this because I was 14 when I bought it. 88, 89. I think that's about right. And this one reminds me of Paul Mortimer. And when he was wearing it, it looked really wet. It looked like a darker red and wet.
Lovely.
Yeah, no, but Maltz was an amazing player. Does anyone remember how he used to tackle? He used to hook his leg round, grab the ball back. Oh, beautiful. And I used to be in love with John Humphrey as well. Amazing player, John Humphrey.
But she even wore Admiral shoes, didn't she? Because last year we went to Greece and there was a massive Admiral shop and she got some Admiral shoes. And she said, Mum, I'm wearing Admiral shoes because Admiral are actually sponsors of this shirt, as you can see there.
Yeah, she wore Admiral. Yeah. Do you know, I found Admiral stuff in Greece, didn't we?
Yeah.
We can't find any Admiral stuff anywhere else, which is probably a good thing. They weren't great. But,
they are now.
Well, Admiral? You sure?
The shoes that we've got are fine.
I used to have an Admiral tracksuit in the early 90s.
Was it shiny? Did it have those poppers that go down the side?
It was purple.
Bright purple?
No, just a purple Admiral tracksuit.
Lovely.
Yeah, so that's that one. I've got loads. I can't get them all out.
No, please don't.
We've got a few flags from today. They put a flag on every seat, and we were saying if these was £1, if these cost £1 for Charlton, then they spent 40 grand on us because there was one on every seat. Every seat. So I might give away one of these to someone who didn't get to the game. If you want one for your kids, then contact us. Leave us a message, like, share, subscribe, and you can have one of these Wembley 2025 flags. All right? I might give away 2. It all depends how generous I'm feeling and how much they get annoyed with them being in the house, basically. All right? So we'll do that. I'll put that one there now. I do. This one we're keeping because this is our keepsake one. We dangled it out the car, and they don't do very well once they're out the car by the looks of it.
But I was quite impressed. We got about 3. We saw 3 people on the way home.
Yeah.
Beeping and.
That's probably because of you, though. Had your boobs out, didn't you? No.
Now, if you want me to send you a signed picture,
babe, even if you had your boobs out, they wouldn't be able to see them through the actual side window. You have to have the door open for them to see them. Right, okay, that's that out of the way. Right, you still in this podcast, Rachel?
No.
Right, fair enough. Right, what else we got? I've got to go deep. See, I haven't.
You haven't thought this through,
Look
have
how
you?
sad this is. Look how sad this is. Look at all them, all in order. So I have to go deep to find you something decent.
Yes, he's that sad. He brought our children aged 3 to 6 months, Charlton.
How is that sad?
Oh, look at the little twins.
How is that sad? Look at this one. This little one.
That's got Tilly's name on the back as well.
Yeah. Right, so like I say, I've got them all from 80. I've got them all from the first Admiral one.
So that's the one that Tilly won.
Which had the red badge, didn't have any black round here. No, this is the second one I bought. Oh. So yeah.
Did you actually buy these? Were you working at the time?
That's a really good question. I don't buy them now. You get me in for my birthday.
I do,
because I'm an August. Because I'm an August baby. Yeah, I want to go deep.
Oh yeah, let's go deep, boy.
Look at that nice yellow one. That's good. I want to go that one. My son loves this crazy one.
See, a few people had that on today, didn't they?
Yeah.
Why is this one so?
It's popular. Do you know what that used to be? That used to be Charlton's colours.
Actually, that is quite cool because it's actually got the Charlton badge in the material.
Yeah, there's a lot of them like that.
Like printed.
Yeah, there's a lot of them like that.
Oh crap!
But that used to be once upon a time for 1 or 2 seasons. That was Charlton's colours.
What, purple?
Purple and green, I believe.
What's
yeah.
the one with the dot
We're
on the
talking
sleeve?
1920 something. Also, right, when I'm wrong, I'm getting these facts wrong, but I'm getting them reasonably close. Just message me saying, "No, Simon, stop being a twat."
And quote that as well.
Yeah.
That is the quote. #Simon's a twat.
So I was Charlton Mascot. So it's the relegation is kind of my fault because I was Charlton Mascot from 2004, and by the time I'd finished, they dropped 2 leagues. So I'd done all the Man Uniteds, everything like that. Just a bit after the Paolo Di Canio days, I think. I might be slightly wrong with that statement.
I used to hate you doing the dog because if ever I was there, you used to always come up to me and just mess my hair up and then leave.
I used to grind you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I used to grind a lot of people.
Yeah.
I used to do strips. And sometimes I just used to come out, walk straight in the dugout and lay on the dugout. Just lay across the benches until kick-off and then come out. I used to just do anything. I used to grab people's scarves, not Charlton ones. I used to grab away team scarves and do that. And once the Dutch are a bit passionate about football, and I can't remember what team it was.
Dutch?
PSG Eindhoven or something come to visit. Just come to visit. So they come to see a Charlton game. It was a league game.
Oh, right, okay.
And they brought their scarves and I grabbed their scarf and I went like that. And this guy wanted to kill me. Honestly, he was so offended by it. So offended. It was hilarious.
Did you do it even more? I know what you're like.
I did it and threw it up, right up as far as I could throw it. Yeah.
You bastard.
I know.
But who was the best person as the dog, as the mascot that you met? Who was the nicest?
What player?
One player or person or whoever?
I met Chris Kamara.
Oh, is he nice?
Lovely. Lovely Chris Kamara.
Did you actually have a conversation? Did you shake your hand?
All right, Chris, how you doing? You know, looking forward to the game. Yeah.
Did you shake your
in the
furry
tunnel,
hand?
you see a lot of people in the tunnel. Yeah, I have a furry hand, but my head off. So the kids mascots used to see you with your head off all the time. Look at this cable here, look. How rough. Look how quick we've thrown this podcast together. Just so we can get it out quick. Oh, I'm doing stuff here. Yeah, so Chris Kamara, José Mourinho.
Same birthday as my mum. Exactly the same.
Or José Mourinho.
Jose,
isn't it?
Is it?
He's Portuguese, so it's
Jose.
J.
Ask Raf.
It's H if you're Spanish and J if you're Portuguese. So it's José Mourinho.
Okay.
I'll tell you who's a nice bloke. The Dutch geezer. Oh my God, I should have researched this now because I've got such a terrible memory. The flying bloke, the bloke that used to run really fast. He used to play in our team. Oh my God, I should know this. Tell us what his name is. He was really nice. He used to have sweets all the time off me. He used to steal the sweets before I could give them to the kids. But he used to run really fast. Dennis Romadol.
He used to steal the sweets?
Yeah, he used to come for sweets before the game. And nick all the sweets.
Who was the worst person you ever met then, Bo?
Jamie Carragher. Absolute prick.
Be careful, his wife
That's
might...
it, I don't care. His wife can defend him. He's a prick. It's simple as that. Who in their right mind sees a ball with mascot written all over it that you're playing around on a pitch with kids and then takes the ball away? You're a dick, Jamie Carragher. Absolute cock. And everyone that knows you thinks you are as well. What else have I got? I remember this one. This one's quite a classic.
This is recent?
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's actually the same. Is that one? Same year. It's that one.
What, the away one?
Yes, the away version.
Yeah, it's the same.
Mm.
Why did they go goldy yellow or...
I don't know. You do what you want with away kits.
So you can have any colour?
Yeah.
So Charlton played
And then they started, because it turns into a bit of a money spinner, so then you get a third strip.
Oh, that's their training kit or something.
No, third strip. You have two away kits.
Why?
I don't know. But Gilles had loads. Do you remember when Gilles had pink ones and everything?
Gilles had pink, yeah. Because my dad thought it'd be funny to buy you one.
I know, the dick. What else we got? This one. Look at this one for an away kit.
Oh, what the bloody hell is that? Now, I'm going to say that was early 90s.
Bigland, yeah.
Like maybe 93, 94? No, this one's a 94 one.
That's a Bigland. That's the same. So we're talking, you're right, 93, 94.
Yeah.
This could be, from memory, the away... That's it, the flag's gone. This could be the away kit
To that?
to that one. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm trying to show you my first one, but it's so deep down in the old archived case here.
So how many would you say you've got?
Well,
Have you got one every year?
season.
Every year?
Yeah,
Since
but
you were 13?
I've also got, oh, that's what I wanted to show everyone, but I'm going to have to move the mic. But so ignore the bumping and bashing and stuff. Bear with me.
So
I
how
want to show
many...
people a rare as arseholes one.
It's not...
It is rare.
Yeah, but you don't have to say rare as arseholes.
You do. I don't know anyone else that's got this kit. All right? I do not know anyone else that's got it. I love that one, by the way. I love that black and gold one.
I bought you that.
Yeah, that's nice. That is a nice kit.
That looks really small. You must have gone for a thin phase.
Thanks for that. I might wear that again then because I've lost cut the stone. Don't want to brag.
So you think you've got a shirt
100%.
from every year since you were 13?
100% from 88. I've got every shirt.
So how many
And I've got commemorative ones. Commemorative ones. So I've got the 2005. Sorry, the
Back to the Valley
one. The 100-year Charlton 100-year one, which is 2005. No, sorry. Yeah, because they were 1905. They were founded in 1905 and went to the Valley in 1920, or became professional in 1920. I think they had the Valley then, which was just a valley with a pitch down the bottom of it.
I've seen pictures.
My biggest regret, it's not a regret because I didn't even know, but my biggest regret is never being at the original Valley. I started supporting Charlton when they were Selhurst Park.
Which is?
What? Crystal Palace's ground.
And that was 19...
I started seeing them at the end of the 1987 season, the one where Leyburn got knocked out. at the Chelsea game. I was at that game when Lee Byrne got knocked out.
Who got you into Charlton?
And then cousin got me into Charlton. And then when Lee Burke arose from being knocked out, he went apeshit. Absolutely. He wanted to kill everyone and anyone.
See that? Did they just leave him on the side of the pitch to get?
No, he got knocked out in the middle of the pitch. They revived him and...
He carried on?
Yeah, he carried on playing, I think. Yeah, he never went off. He just went ballistic.
See, nowadays they'd have to get an ambulance in. They'd have to... Well, today's match, there was a weird thing, didn't they? We had a 10-minute break, didn't we?
When you're in the stand... You don't get commentary. We assume something happened with the ref's
earpiece.
Yeah, his earpiece, because we lost 10 minutes of no play.
They started slowing down. Then he went off to one of the linesmen. Then everyone went to the side to get a drink, and we said it's not that hot. They wouldn't have like a drink period or whatever they call them, like a drink break. It's definitely not that hot. And then the ref went down into the tunnel for like 5 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay. And then rumours got around that it's something to do with his earpiece. So, yeah. And then we had 11 minutes extra time, and we were like, oh. Yep. So it actually went into 1:01. That was the time, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. So this is my first Charlton kit. This one.
And this was 1987?
And this is the season when they finally went black around. Oh, no, it isn't. Sorry. The one that Tilly wore today is the one where they went black around, because they went red. They had red like that. And
when you say around?
Look, the black round, see?
The whole badge.
They always had the black in their actual badge, but on the kit, they just had it red and white like that. And the year before this was Adidas. We haven't had Adidas since for 40 odd years. And the Adidas one was also just red. So they did this, and I loved this kit because it was my first kit, so I was so proud to have a Charlton kit. And it's very rare you could get Charlton kits. Also, it's very rare that you can get them with the thing on, because the Adidas year, you'll see people going around with the Adidas ones. You see them at Wembley today, but they are retros. They're not the originals. The originals never had the Woolwich sponsor on. Even though the main Charlton kit did have it on, the ones they did for the fans never had the Woolwich sponsor on them. God, hopefully you're interested in this stuff. Otherwise,
if you're not,
it's going to be really boring.
You haven't.
It's going to be really boring.
Turned off.
Also, what do you think? Nathan Jones, you've been gone too long. What do you think Nathan Jones has got to do to keep us up next season? He's got to change a few people in my eyes. He's got to change a few squad members there, because we're not good enough, I believe, with the players we've got for the Championship. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, this time next year you'll be seeing if you're playing in the playoffs again,
that's
or if you're
a good one.
If you're going back down.
Oh, here's the story here. I had two of these, and I sold one of them to Paul Bacon. Kevin Bacon is an actor. Paul Bacon, his son. I sold one to his son so we could give it to Paul Bacon, who was a Charlton player years ago, for his 50th birthday or something like that. So I sold that to Paul Bacon's son and asked if he'd send me a picture of it on. Did he bollocks?
Maybe he hasn't given it to him yet.
Of course he has. It was ages ago. Here it is.
What's this one?
And this is the... what's that? That's an away kit.
You ever got a goalie one?
My son, there's some goalie ones in there that are my son's. Like a Dean Kiley Gray. Dean Kiley, best goalkeeper ever. And I love Bobby Boulder. I knew Bobby Boulder a lot through being Mascot, because he's one of the old VIP men who comes and looks after people. Don't do it like that. Do not disrespect the Charlton top. Anyway, you've all seen the Back to the Valley red shirt, and some of you are wearing it the other day. I quite like this one, actually.
Let me see.
This new version. It's a couple of seasons. Is that this season? It's either this season or last season. I can't remember now. I think it's last season.
University of Greenwich. That should have the date on these somewhere.
That is trying to copy this one.
Okay.
That's trying to copy this one. Funny enough. It's trying to be a bit retro. They do that a few times. They repeat over the years. They repeat and try and copy.
What's the one they had?
I'm still talking about the Back to the Valley bit. Right, this is my moment, Rachel.
I was just going to say, didn't they have like a band around it and they had people's names?
No, no. What you're thinking of is you're mixing two things up. They had Valley Floyd. They had the Valley Floyd Road song lyrics on the inside of one of them.
You got that one?
Yes, Of course, I've got that one. Of course, I got them.
How much is all this shit worth then?
Oh, some of these are £200 each. £200 each now. But I obviously pass them on to my kids. I've got a 30-year-old son who's Charlton mad, and every time there's shit, which is quite often, he rings me up and goes, "Why did you make me support this pile of shit?" But I love them, is what he says. And my 8-year-old is turned into a bit of a diehard now, isn't he? Anyway, let me get on to this Valley bit. If you ask me one more question, because I feel now you're doing it on purpose.
Wow.
Right, so everyone knows, look, this one, it's got slit written on the back.
That's mine.
You wish. I've never seen it to witness it. But so it's got slit, because that's my nickname, because I've got slitty eyes. So I used to, years ago, have that one. I like that Vigland one. That's quite cool.
Vigland. Did they sponsor them a few years then? Cause...
Yeah, they had a couple of them. Anyway, they're Back to the Valley one. Let me get on to the Back to the Valley story. You've all seen the red one with Back to the Valley written on it, and some of you have got the commemorative one, which is trying to be identical, but it's from Hummel. It was Ribeiro, I think, originally.
Is that the one I bought you? Is that the 100-year one?
No, it's just a Back to the Valley 25-year Back to the Valley one, or something like that. Right. What was I going to say? I'm going to get to this story in a minute. But I don't know if any of you know, that red shirt was not what they intended to use when they went back to the Valley.
Why?
Because they had another shirt, and I have it here. And not many people have this shirt.
How did you get it?
Because it was for sale, but it was the Back to the Valley 1991. That fell through, and we had to play at West Ham for a season and a half or something like that, right? And that fell through.
What, so they changed the shirt?
And this was what they was going to wear.
Back to the Valley?
Back to the Valley in 1991. And like a moron, because I don't think of prices and things, I changed the 91 here, because it says 1991 there. I changed it to a 92. Because so
it's not actually worth anything now then?
Well, I think if I tried hard enough, I'd be able to pick that 92 off, and you'll see a 91 under it. Because I sewed it myself.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. You won't see it, but I'll hold it up for you. But that is what the original Charlton kit was going to be when they went back to the Valley. If they went back to the Valley in 91, stop talking over me, Rachel. Otherwise, I'll have to ask you to leave.
I want to know the story. So they said, right, we're going to go back to the Valley in this year.
Yeah.
This is the shirt. We got it out. We're selling it. Then they went, no.
The Valley wasn't ready.
Right, so then they went, no, the Valley's not ready.
Yeah.
So then they took that shirt down from sale?
Yeah, something. It's basically that's.
And then they did another one.
Look, it fell through for a season and a half.
Yeah, but they still had to play though, right? For a season and a half.
Yeah, but they played in reds. They played in their normal red tops.
So what was this one then? Just a commemorative one. They wouldn't actually play with that.
This is bringing back memories. This was the kit they wore before they went back to the Valley. Okay. And then the next one was the one with the Back to the Valley on it.
Right. Okay. So this was just a commemorative one that you've got under there?
Yeah, because the Back to the Valley one, they wore for that one game, I think. And then they went back to this. They may have kept it on while I was back at the Valley, but they wore that one kit. It had no sponsor on it either.
Right, okay.
So this one had Vigland on it. And then the Back to... I've got it in here. I just think I can't be asked to find it. But then the next one had nothing, and it just had Charlton and Back to the Valley on it. And it was meant to look like a classic kit, classic Back to the Valley type kit. Because Charlton never used to have the badge. They used to have CAFC going through. Like, they changed that in early 80s.
Can I ask a question? Why red?
Why did Charlton go to red?
No, I'm assuming they've always had the home colour as red.
Well, apart from that time in the 30s, 20s or 30s, where they had that purple and...
That was their home shirt, not their away shirt.
They left the Valley, I believe, for a season to do improvements to the Valley. We're talking early 1930s here. They did improvements on the Valley and they played somewhere else for a season. And I think that's when they changed the colour to the purple and blue.
So can they, if they wanted to,
yes,
they can change it to any colour, so it wouldn't be up the reds.
But there'd be an absolute uproar. An absolute uproar.
So they could be up the pinks.
Some teams have done that. Recent teams have done that for our season, complete season. Also, answers on a postcard. No, leave me a message to say which team has recently... They recently did a whole season as a completely different colour. It may have been the Palace, the arses. It might have been Palace that did it.
Arses.
Yeah, shut up, Paige. You don't know anything about Charlton. You've got to say it. If you like, look, I'm not going to lie. There's a bit of Selhurst Park that's close to my heart. It's my first ever league game, right? But, you know, that's as close as it's ever going to get. That's just all I've got to say about that. You know, I'm so pleased they won the FA Cup. You know.
So, who initially picked red?
Hey, look as well. I just noticed there's an Admiral top. That's actually Admiral. It's got Admiral written on here. So they then turned to Ribeiro. So it was that's why they had to get a new one then, because they changed makes. So when 91 they were still Admiral. And over that 1.5 seasons, they had changed their shirt make. So that's probably why they never used this one and went to Ribeiro. See what I mean? But there's not many people who've got this shirt. If you've got this shirt, then send us a message. And if you've got this shirt, send us a message and you will get the second flag. If you want the second flag, if you've got this shirt, then you've just been to Wembley. So you ain't gonna want them 40,000 flags that Charlton made. That's about it, really. That's about it. How long have we been talking for? Oh, we've had a half-hour podcast here, H. Obviously, it's a bonus podcast. I thought we'd do that. I'm so pleased that Charlton are up there. There's a lot of reasons why they went back down. Oh, yes, this is the one with the writing on it. The Valley Floyd Road lyrics.
Because I think I bought you that one, didn't I?
That's also a very nice kit. That is a nice kit.
I bought you that one. It doesn't look very worn. Some of your other ones do look worn. No,
to be honest with you, as I've got older... I haven't worn them as much. Like when I was wearing these, I was home and away all the time. That's the other thing, right? We were up in the gods today because I haven't been able to go to any games because we're in the wedding business, you see. So Saturdays we're filming weddings and whatnot. So it's really hard for us to get to the Valley. So I wasn't moaning when I was keep refreshing the old Wembley ticket thing and then found a seat there and kept that one. Because
we didn't actually sit together, us guys.
No.
We had the kids. I mean, Tilly's nearly 15. They were absolutely fine. They were in row 28 up the top. Then I was in row 16 on my own. And then Simon was in row 100 Years of the Valley.
That's what this shirt was about. That's why it's got Valley Floyd Road on it. It's the 100 Years of the Valley. So that's 2020.
Right. And then you were in row 11, weren't you? So we were dotted all over the place. But then there was a few seats behind me, so the kids moved down so they could be near me and everything like that.
But, you know, it's Charlton, and Charlton fans are family. And I didn't care who I sat next to. No. We were hugging each other. We was having a laugh. We was taking a piss.
It was actually a good view from up there as well, I thought.
The good thing about Wembley is it doesn't matter where you are in Wembley. It was amazing. The view was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. Yeah. And we were literally the same place we were when we won it last time. So
I think we were a bit lower last time.
That's fine. We're the same angle, and it was the same experience. So yeah, and it wasn't. Well, it still felt like we were going to blow it, didn't it? It felt like we were going to blow it.
The first half, once we scored that goal, it was like, yes, we're 1-0 up. And then they came out afterwards, and it was almost like they were just like hanging on. They were like, yeah, we've got this.
Yeah.
And then there was a little spur of, oh, we need to carry on. And then there was like, yeah, we've got this. So it was a bit nail-biting in points.
But the boys are up, and may it continue. I love you, Charlton Athletic. You are my only desire, not this thing. And that's all I've got to say, really. I'm just so pleased that they're up. I thought we'd come home, we'd knock this podcast out, make it a bonus podcast. And any Charlton fans, players from the past, I've met a few.
What's that one?
Chris Powell was a manager a lot when I was there. What's his name? I've got a story for you. The fire. Oh my God. The manager I've seen lose his crap the most is Alan Pardew.
Didn't he get yellow carded or something?
A lot of people don't like Alan Pardew, but when he was a player, he was a silver fox, right? And he was a good player. He scored a lot, Pardew, for Charlton. And when he was a manager, I loved him as a manager, right? And I never had an issue with him. I don't think he should have gone when he went, if I'm honest. And did he fight for our club? Oh, my God, in that tunnel. he would pick one person from the other team and go, come on in, you mug. Come on in.
Just to mess with his mind.
Offer them out at half time. Nearly every game.
At half time?
Yeah, I'll offer someone out at half time. Loved him for it. He was so passionate. He's got Nathan Jones about, because Nathan Jones is passionate, isn't he? And he's been gone too long. Nathan Jones.
But do you remember?
You've been gone too long.
Tilly met. Was it Chris Powell?
Chris Powell.
Yeah.
Our daughter met Chris Powell at a Christmas
in that
thing.
shirt, so she was this big.
I was dressed up as Floyd at some Christmas party. I used to go to them all the time, didn't we? I used to hold the wags, didn't I?
Yes.
I used to pick the wags up and hold them in my arms and have photos. They loved it.
But you did that because there was quite a few sick children.
Well, the only reason I became Charlton Mascot is a friend. I said to a mate once, and he was going out with someone that worked at Charlton, and it just so happens that the girl he was going out with, her mum ran the mascot bit. Hello, Jed. I hope you're well, darling. I've not seen you in years. There's the Floyd and Harvey, and I knew Sue. Sue was Harvey originally, and she went out with my cousin for a bit, so I knew Sue. And my mate said, he rang me up out of the blue, and he said, do you want to be mascot? He said, I know you said you wanted to do it for a laugh, but do you want to be the mascot for the game? I said, I don't know, mate. I was only joking. He went, it's against Spurs and it's on Sky. I went, all right then. So I turned up thinking that I would be in the dog outfit, wearing the Charlton home kit and everything like that. I had to wear this spotty kit because it was a Demelza day. So I had this red thing on with spots all over it. And it was a nighttime game and we beat Spurs 2-0 that night. And I was like, I love this. But while we were there on the Demelza day, there was a lot more mascots. And one of them happened to be this kid who was, I'm getting up there. This kid was losing his hair and everything. Got him onto the pitch, played around with him what we could and all that. And then I see him now and it was good. And then the game was good. Like I say, we won 2-0. And we had to play then the Saturday. I think it was at home again the Saturday. And they asked me to come back. I said, yeah, I'll come back. And we played it. And when it came back, they said that kid died already. Didn't make the next home game. But what happened was this other kid and another kid and then another kid. And they just keep coming in like that. And then that's when I thought, I just got to keep doing it. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice little way to end a podcast, isn't it?
But I do remember that picture when Tilly was little, because the kids would come to the party, the Christmas party, wouldn't they? And there was a picture of Tilly and Chris Powell, and she's got her fingers in his mouth. Do you remember? Yeah. She's like tiny, and he's having a cuddle, and she's like,
I'm holding him, and I said, let's have a picture, Chris. So we had a picture, and then she just looks over at Chris and goes, and he's going, and Chris is going, all right.
Thanks,
yeah, okay. Yeah, you have a feel. Lovely guy, wasn't he, Chrissy Powell?
It was lovely, actually.
Yeah, good bloke. I don't know if he was there today. I see Lee Bowyer there, who was our manager last time we went up, so that's good.
How did you see people?
He was on the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on the screen. I didn't bump into anyone I knew, which is rare for me. I usually bump into
That's very true. And we gave Ted a challenge because most of his class, there was about 4 or 5 kids from his class were going.
Right, I did.
And I said, go and find your friends. He's like, yeah, but we didn't.
It was nice because when we paid for our son to be mascot. Like I say, I haven't been Floyd since about 2015. 2014, 2015. I might have that wrong.
No, I think you did it when I was pregnant with Ted. And I think you may have done it a year after as well. I think after that.
So what year was he then?
16.
Yeah.
So 16, 17.
2016. So I probably haven't done it around 10 years. And yeah, I did good 10 years of it. So that was enough. And when they changed the mascots, that's when behind the scenes at Charlton was horrendous back then, towards the end. And no one wanted to stay. That's why Dave Lockwood left as well. If you know Dave Lockwood on the mic.
Would you go back if they asked you
I'll
to?
go back once or twice to do it. But it was lovely when we went back 3 seasons ago, maybe 4 seasons ago. They all recognised me.
Yeah.
They all recognised all the security and everyone recognised me. Come up, give me a cuddle and stuff.
2022.
Yeah, and some of the guys, like the disabled guys up front, who I used to always talk to, which is weird, right? Because when I go to a home game, I'm usually dressed as Floyd. And when sometimes I go home, I see someone, I go, hello, mate. And they're like, who the fuck? And I go, I'm so sorry. I used to be the dog. I said, close your eyes and I'll say, hello, mate. And they close their eyes, I go, hello, mate. Floyd! Yeah, that's what happens. So, yeah, and once they knew me, they were fine. And there was this disabled guy, I always said hello to him, and he's still there, bless him. And
because the thing is, when people take your photo, you're in a dog suit and you're smiling. You could be doing anything in there behind that dog suit, and you're like, cheese.
Yeah. But yeah, I've met them, like Derek Howes, everyone like that. Met all of them, all the Premier League teams, been involved in. It was good. It was a good laugh. That's why I love the club. Anyway,
good.
That's about it, I think. So well done, Charlton Athletic. All the fans, you want to talk about Charlton, send me messages. I'll play them out. Next podcast. So if you are a Charlton fan and you've not seen this, we have loads of different people on. We do a lot of celebrity soccer as well, where we spoke to Danny Dyer and Callum Best and people like that. But we really just have different businesses on to talk about their business. So if you're a Charlton fan and you've got a business that you want to talk about and a decent life, a funny life or something like that you want to talk about, then get in touch with us at cherrywoodpodcast.com. You can come on and have a chat. We're just North Kent. It's not far from you. Most of you in Kent anyway.
You said that very hesitantly. Cherrywoodpodcast.com.
Whatever.
Yeah?
Yeah, whatever. Up the Addicks.
You're so horrible.
Yeah, I know.
Up the Addicks.
But, you know, I haven't got to try to keep you. You've got to try to keep the Gordon Ramsay or Up lookalike, Carl Fredrickson lookalike. You've got to try and keep this right.
Actually, Carl Fredrickson and that little kid, there's about the same age difference between me and you.
You prick.
On that note, well done, Charlton.
Yeah, well done, Charlton. And Up the Addicks. Come on next season now. I'm looking forward to it. Club Awesome, for autistic children and their families, a place where everyone belongs and fun knows no age limit.
Today's sponsors are...
This podcast has been brought to you by Snugdubs Camper Van Hire.
Roam the world, park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk.
Need stunning video or photography for your big day or even your business? Cherrywood Production delivers award-winning results with a personal touch. From weddings to promotional content, we turn your vision into reality. Visit cherrywoodpro.com today. Your memories, our passion. Put your business in front of 30,000 new customers with the Hindsight Directory. This A5 full-colour magazine is delivered by Royal Mail to Maidstone, Gravesend, Medway and Bromley, with more areas to come. Visit hindsightdirectory.co.uk.
New Digital, helping businesses build their online presence with web design, SEO, Google Ads and social media. Get 10% off when you quote Cherrywood today. Visit their website at nudigitalera.co.uk.